Hi, in this video I will talk about a GeeksForGeeks problem, duplicate subtree in binary tree. In this problem we are given a tree and I have to check that this tree contains any duplicate subtree or not. If it contains a duplicate subtree, then I have to return 1, else I will return 0. But there is a condition for subtree that number of nodes in a subtree must be greater or equal to 2. So if I consider this tree as a given tree, then output of this tree will be 1 because there is a duplicate subtree which is represented by blue nodes. Because of this condition, if there is a duplicate leaves, then we can't consider that as a duplicate subtree. If I talk about the naive approach, then in this naive approach, I will select two nodes from tree and check that the trees represented by these two nodes are same or not. If it is same, then I will return 1, else I will return 0. But time complexity of this approach will be big of n square. Uh, because I have to select two nodes from 3 and after that I have to check that these two are same or not. But I can do it in a big of n. In this big of n approach, I will maintain another set that will contain a subtree in form of string. For that I have to convert every subtree into a string. For that purpose I will write a function called tree2string that will accept the root of 3 as an argument and return a 3 in form of string. After getting this string, I will try to insert that into my another set, and while inserting, I will check that this tree is already present in another set or not. If it is a present, then there is a duplicate subtree, so I will return once. If it is not present, then I will move further. So that is the method for this approach. Now let's move to a C++ code. After that, I will do a dry run for this tree. So here is a C++ code for given problem. In this problem, I will maintain two global variables. One is my another set and another is my answer variable. So code will start executing from this function, duplicate subtrees. First of all, I will reset my global variable. So I will mark my answer as 0 and clear my subtree. And I will call for a tree2string function. In tree2string function, first I will check that I had founded any duplicate subtree till now or not. If I had already founded a duplicate subtree, then I will return empty string. If not, then I will move further. And I will check that my current root is null or not. If it is null, then I will return n. Here I am representing n as a null. And if it is not a null, then I will move further. After that, I will convert my left subtree and right subtree into string. For that purpose, I have declared the two strings. One is left for left subtree and another is right for right subtree. Now I will call for my left subtree and get its string representation and store in a left variable. Now, if my left is empty, that means I had founded my duplicate subtree in the left subtree. So now there is no need for calling a right subtree. So I will call my right subtree if and only if my left is not equal to empty. If it is not equal to empty, then I will call a right subtree and store it in right variable. With help of these two things, I will make my current string. Here I am considering in order traversal. So first I will add my left. After that I will my data of current root, and after that I will add right subtree. Here we are given that condition that number of nodes in subtree must be greater or equal to 2. I have written this condition for that. If my current node is leaf, then this condition will return false. So I will not execute this part. If it is true, then I will try to insert my current string into my set. For that purpose, first of all, I will check that my current string is already present in set or not. If it is present, then I will mark my answer as 1 and return an empty string. And if it is not, then I will insert my current string into my set and move ahead. After that, I will return my current string to the parents. After executing this function, I will return my answer. If I had founded any duplicate tree, then while running this function, I must mark my answer as 1. So if there is a duplicate subtree, then my answer will be 1, else it will be 0. Now let's do the run for this tree. First of all, I will mark my answer as 0 and clear my another set. After that, I will pass this node as a root of my tree to the toString function. Here my answer is 0 and this node is not equal to null, so it will call to its left subtree. Here 2 will also call to its left subtree and 4 will also call to its left subtree. Here also my answer is 0 and this node is not equal to null, so 1 will call to its left subtree, but that node is null, so it will return n. And now 1 will call to its right subtree, that will also return n. So now with help of these two strings, one will create its own string, that will be, here number of nodes in this subtree is 1. So I will not add this subtree into my another set and return this subtree to 4. Now control is come back to 4 and 4 will call to its right subtree. Now 8 will call to its left and right subtree, that will return null and null. Now 8 will create a string, that will be, now control is again come back to 4 and 4 will create its own string with help of these two strings. That will be, here size of this subtree is greater than 2. So I will insert my this string into another set. Now 4 will return this string to 2 and 2 will call to its right subtree. Now 5 will call to its left and right subtree, that will return null and null. So now 5 will return. Now 2 will create its own string with help of these two strings, that will be, here size of this subtree is greater than 2, so I will add this string into my another set. Now 2 will return this string to 1 and 1 will call for its right subtree. Now control is come to 4 and 4 will call to its left subtree, that will return null, and after that 4 will call to its right subtree. Now 6 will call to its left subtree and 7 will call to its left and right subtree, that will return null and null. So now 7 will create its own string, that will be, here size of this subtree is 1, that is not greater or equal to 2, so I will not insert this subtree into my another set and control will come back to 6. Now 6 will call to its right subtree and 4 will also call to its left subtree. Now 1 will call to its right and left subtree, that will return 1 null and null. After that 1 will return. After that control will come back to 4 and 4 will call to its right subtree. Now 8 will call to its left and right subtree, that will return null and null. So now 8 will return. Now control is come back to 4 and 4 will create its own string with help of these two things, that will be, now I will try to insert this subtree into my another set because size of this subtree is greater than 2. But before inserting, I will check that this is present or not. Here this subtree is already present. So I will mark my answer as 1 and return empty string instead of this. Now controls come back to 6 and 6 will return its string, that will be, now control is again come back to 4 and 4 will return its string. Now control will come back to 1, that will return its subtree with help of these two strings. After that control will go to duplicate subtree function and that will return our answer, that is 1, because we have found a duplicate subtree in this tree. So I hope you will like this video. Thanks for watching.